You've probably been told that control is power, that if you can just manage everything, your emotions, your future, the people around you, then you'll finally be okay, safe, free. But what if the opposite is true? What if the more you try to grip life tightly, the more it slips through your fingers? What if your anxiety isn't a sign that you're losing control, but a signal that you were never meant to hold it all in the first place? Carl Jung once said, "What you resist persists." And maybe you felt it yourself. The more you fight what is, the more exhausted you become. The more you run from discomfort, the more it haunts you in quiet moments. There comes a time when your strength isn't in pushing harder, but in softening, in saying, "I don't have to fix everything. I can allow life to be what it is." That's not giving up. That's surrender, not in defeat, but in wisdom. Because real peace doesn't come from controlling every outcome. It comes from making peace with not knowing, from standing in the middle of uncertainty and whispering, "This too is part of my path." So if you're tired of the endless struggle to hold it all together, you're not weak, you're waking up. And this might be the first gentle step toward freedom. You've been taught that being in control means being responsible, strong, even successful. So you try. You plan. You worry. You hold it all together, even when it's quietly falling apart inside you. But here's the truth that no one tells you. Control is often just fear wearing a clever disguise. You want to control people because you fear being hurt. You want to control the future because uncertainty feels like danger. You want to control your emotions because you were never shown how to sit with them safely. And yet, the more you grip, the more you lose. Think about it. How many sleepless nights have you spent trying to fix something that wasn't yours to carry? How many moments have passed you by because you were too busy managing outcomes that never came? Carl Jung understood this deeply. He believed that what we try to dominate outside is often a reflection of what we haven't made peace with inside. So here's a gentle truth. You don't need to control everything to feel safe. You don't need all the answers to trust the journey. Real strength isn't found in control. It's found in clarity. And clarity begins when you pause long enough to ask, what am I really afraid of losing? Because maybe, just maybe, what you're afraid of losing isn't yours to hold in the first place. You've been taught that letting go means weakness, that it's the same as quitting, surrendering, losing the fight, so you hold on, even when your hands are bleeding. But there's a quiet difference the world rarely talks about. Giving up is rooted in fear. It says, "I can't do this, I'm not enough." It shuts the door and walks away. Letting go, on the other hand, is an act of wisdom. It says, "This no longer serves me. I choose peace over struggle." It opens the door to something softer, truer. Carl Jung understood that real healing happens not through force, but through allowance. Not through domination, but through surrender to what is. Letting go is not about losing yourself. It's about coming back to yourself. You're not letting go of your power. You're letting go of the illusion that you had to carry it all alone. So ask yourself gently, what am I gripping so tightly that it's starting to hurt me? And what would happen if I loosened that grip just a little? Letting go isn't about giving up hope. It's about releasing the belief that your worth depends on holding everything together. Because sometimes your next breakthrough doesn't come from fighting harder, but from whispering, "This is enough. I am enough." And in that stillness, something returns to you. A softness, a breath, a freedom you forgot was possible because it was buried beneath the weight of trying to control it all. Peace doesn't always arrive like a grand revelation. Sometimes it comes quietly after you stop trying so hard. It's in the breath you didn't know you were holding, finally released. It's in the silence that no longer feels empty, but sacred. And often, It shows up the moment you stop resisting what is. When you let go, not out of defeat, but out of trust, something shifts. You begin to notice small things, the way sunlight lands on your skin, the sound of your own heartbeat, steady and soft, the simple relief of not needing all the answers right now. Carl Jung believed that true transformation begins not by adding more light, but by turning toward the darkness you've been avoiding. That includes the fear of letting go, and the part of you that believes you'll fall apart without control. But here's the paradox. You don't fall apart when you surrender. You fall into alignment with yourself, with life, with something greater than fear. Peace isn't the absence of chaos, it's the presence of trust in the middle of it. So if you're feeling tired of forcing things, if you're ready to breathe instead of battle, know this: you're not behind, you're not broken. You're softening, you're beginning to heal in the most honest way possible by allowing life to move through you, not just around you. Let that be enough for today. A symbol that peace isn't far away. It's already waiting the moment you stop chasing it. So here you are, still listening, still here. It means a part of you is tired of pretending to be okay by staying in control. It means you're ready to explore a different kind of strength, one that doesn't look like force, but like softness. One that says, I don't have to hold it all anymore. Maybe you've learned that control was your only way to survive, but now you're beginning to sense that surrender might be your way to truly live. Carl Jung reminded us that healing isn't about perfection, it's about wholeness. And wholeness comes when you embrace every part of your experience, the joy, the fear, the letting go. So what's the lesson here? That peace doesn't arrive when life becomes perfect. It arrives when you make space for things to be imperfect and still trust yourself to stand inside that imperfection without losing your center. You don't need to force the next chapter. You don't need to have everything figured out. You just need one honest breath, one small step away from control and toward presence. So if this message touched something in you, however small, however fragile, leave a single in the comments. Not for anyone else, but for you. For the part of you that's choosing to soften instead of shut down. For the part that knows letting go isn't weakness, it's wisdom wrapped in grace. And if you haven't yet, subscribe and walk this journey with us. You don't have to do it alone.